Hello, hello, my friends. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Mountain Made Creations. I hope you guys are having a good day. It is beautiful outside. It's chilly, but it is so pretty. I just wanted to hop on here and show you a quick live on making some really cute earrings, and it's so easy. You're going to see how fast it is, just like so easy. I'm not kidding. And I had to share it with you guys because I came up with the idea yesterday just out of the blue. And I was like, oh my goodness, I have never seen anyone else use this on these wooden earrings. So we're going to try it. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any videos. If you're on Facebook, tell me where you're watching from and what you're up to this weekend. I hope you guys are having a good weekend so far. It was a great day today. We went to church with my mom and my niece. That always makes for a great week. So it was a good day. I was glad to spend some time with my mama and my niece Nevaeh. So let's just hop right in because this is going to be a quick live like I told you before. Let me share this out in my other group real quick. If you're not in Jill's Creative Side, go join that. That's a private group where I share a lot of things in there that aren't necessarily on this page sometimes. So go check that out. Also, this weekend, the 29th, is the Vinton Dogwood Festival if you're local. And I'll be there. And I'm going to have all of my door hangers, lots of other crafty things that I make. Also, you guys probably already know that I sell Park Lane jewelry, and I will have all of my Park Lane jewelry there for you to see. So if you're curious about the quality of it, come and see me because the quality is amazing, you guys. I love Park Lane jewelry. It is by far my favorite. The quality is outstanding. So come and see me on Saturday. I think it's 10 to 3, I think is the time. I know it starts at 10. All right, so let me just show you. In Hobby Lobby, when I make faux leather earrings, they have rolls of faux leather. And I always get it when it's on sale. They usually have it like half off. And this is just like a roll of faux leather. And I think they're $4 something regular price, so they're $2 something on sale. And so when I was there, one time I picked up this. I thought it was faux leather. It's not faux leather. It's very, very thin. Very, very thin. As you can see, it's like paper thin. And so it's definitely not faux leather. So it's called ribbon. But it's over in Hobby Lobby where the fabrics are. And that's where these are located, if you don't know that already. So I bought both of these. And they're so flimsy. And I was like, what on earth am I ever going to do with these? And for some reason, yesterday, it just hit me. Let's see if we can decoupage this onto this. And it worked. Oh my gosh. So it was so easy. So what you'll need is some Mod Podge. And I have the Mod Podge gloss. You can use any kind of Mod Podge. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't have to be for fabric because this works without the fabric one. I use this regular Mod Podge. And so I've already put it on these because you have to let these dry. So there's Mod Podge on both sides of these wooden cutouts. And these, I probably got these at Hobby Lobby or Amazon. And so I'm going to make 2 sets of earrings. So it's so easy, y'all. So these are dry. These have the Mod Podge on them, painted on them. I let them dry. So I wanted to show, I didn't want to have to wait for them to dry. So I'm going to use my Cricut heat press. I have it on 255, and it's only going to be for a few seconds that you need to put it on there. So what I'm going to do, let me move it down so you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper, put it on my mat. I'm going to take 2 pairs of earrings, and I cut a small piece of this leopard. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay it on top of these 2 earrings, just so they're covered, just like that, okay? And then I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper and put it over top of it. And then I'm going to take my Cricut heat press, and I'm just going to put it on there for a few seconds. Y'all, this is so easy. I'm telling you, it's so easy. And they are so cute. The outcome, the finished product is super cute. And I didn't bring the ones I finished down here. I had the hooks and everything put in them. Those are the ones I posted pictures of. So now this is stuck to the wood piece. So now what I'm going to do And I'm going to tell y'all what, Magnolia Design has the best scissors on this planet. And these scissors are not expensive, but they are so good. So all I'm doing is I'm going to trim around them real quick. It only takes, it's super easy to trim around it. And usually when I make scrapbook, when I make these earrings with scrapbook paper, I go over and file the edges, but I just cut around it. I don't file, you can't really file this because it's not paper. So I'm just going to trim it up. And that's it. And I do both sides. Now, so, bam, there you go. Super easy. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other side because I like to have both sides finished. I don't ever like to leave one side unfinished. I just don't think it looks good. So I'm just going to do the very same thing on both sides. I told y'all this was super easy and super cute. So, because I'm always trying to figure out how, if I buy some material or something and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, it just comes to you. I mean, you're just like, oh my gosh, let me try that. And it worked. So amazing. So what I have this little hole puncher that's for like faux leather. That's what I use it for. And I'm going to punch the hole in it before I put the other side on there. Don't be like me. I put scrapbook paper on one of the rounds and I forgot to punch holes in it. So I didn't know where the hole was. So I just had to kind of toss them. And so once I do that, I take my little weeding tool and I just poke through the hole to get that excess out of there. And that's it. It's so easy, y'all. I'm telling you. So easy. And these are the cutest earrings ever. They're light as a feather. I'm just trying to get that piece out of that hole. All right, so there we have that one. So I'm just going to lay that back down. I'm going to do the same thing for this one. And then I'm going to put a back on it. Or we're going to do the back side. So easy, you guys. So easy. And you could do, like if you wanted to make a bunch of these, like yesterday I just did the strip and I put them all in a line. I did 4 at a time. But I wanted to show both of these to you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cut a little bit of this fabric or whatever this is. I don't know. They call it ribbon. I don't really know what it's made out of, but it's like fuzzy, like faux calf hair or something. I don't know. It's got a texture to this side of it. I don't really know. It's not really faux calf hair, but it's something similar. Okay, so I'm going to lay this back down. I use this parchment paper so I don't get anything on my mat, even though I've already done that. So I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to trim it up, though, because I don't want to waste anything. And I'm just going to trim that up. I hope you guys can come out, if you're local, I hope you can come out to the Dogwood Festival. I'm hoping the forecast changes because right now they're showing rain and I can't sit out there in the rain and get everything wet. And most of the time, the vendor fee is non-refundable. All right, so I'm placing that on there just like that. I'm going to go put my heat press on there for just a few seconds. You don't need to do it for long. It's basically you're doing it the same way that you would do it with the scrapbook paper when we've done those. So it's basically the same way, except you're done once it's on there and you put your hooks in it. These are done. So it's awesome. All right, so I'm going to cut these apart and trim these up. And then we'll do the other one and then that's it. I'm telling you, it's that easy. There's nothing hard about this at all. Now, I will tell you, I did also experiment yesterday because I had my resin out. And I'm like, let's just see what this would look like with the resin on it. Don't do it because it turned like, the resin just turned really dark. It was weird. You couldn't even see the cheetah print. It was so strange. So don't put resin on these. It does not work. Because I tried it. I was curious, so I was like, let's just see what happens. Okay, so there we go. There's one. Bam, how easy was that? Y'all, so easy. I'm telling you guys, it's super easy. I don't know if they have, most of their rolls of this faux leather is like faux leather. And You could do it with these. You could do the same thing with this. It's just thicker. And I usually just cut this on the Cricut to make earrings with. But you could definitely use this on the wood, I'm sure, because this is working. So I don't see why it wouldn't work. And I just go around and trim up any edges that look funny. And that's it, y'all. I mean, that is so easy. I'm telling you guys. I didn't know if the decoupage would work, but it did. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. Okay, so now we have 2 pairs of earrings already. Look how cute these are, y'all. So cute. All you have to do is put your hooks in them. You're done. Your jump rings and your hooks. All right, so let's do one more pair and then we'll be done. I don't want to keep y'all all day. Like I said, this one was going to be a quick one. I haven't been on here in forever. It's been busy. My guineas are laying eggs. Super excited about that. I don't know whether any of them will hatch because right now they're not broody, so they're not sitting on them. I mean, like, I don't even know. I have a feeling that there's more than one bird laying the eggs in the same box. It's really crazy because I actually saw 2 birds on the eggs at one time. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I don't know what they're doing, but I'm excited about the eggs. All right, so we're gonna lay down these pieces, and these already have the dried Mod Podge on them. I'm gonna put this fabric, or whatever this stuff is called, ribbon, on top. I'm telling y'all, this is so easy. Lay the parchment paper on it and then hit it with a few seconds with the Cricut heat press. You could use an iron, I guess. I have this on 255 and it's just for a few seconds, so you don't need to leave it long. And then wham, you're done. Look how easy, and it sticks to it. So super easy and very cute. I'll be wearing the ones I made yesterday for sure. I have lots of cheetah print shirts and stuff that I can pair with it. So, I mean, if you have a good pair of scissors to trim around it, it's super easy. And I mean, it trims up really good. It's not, because it's just a soft fabric or material, it trims up really easy. There's no need, you don't need to file it. Of course, you couldn't file it like you do the paper, but it's that easy. Just don't forget to punch your hole. I'm good about forgetting that. But once you do something and you mess it up, it's like you don't forget. Learn from your mistakes. That's what I say. All right. Okay, so that's it. So now I'm going to do the other side, and then we're done. I am going to talk to you guys a little bit about the resin when I get done, because I want to show you a few things that I found out that might help you guys if you're doing any resin on the earrings. Resin is one of my favorite things to do with earrings, and I normally use epoxy resin. Well, I use the glacier resin from Maker Studio, and I really like that resin. I have not tried any other epoxy resin. I have some other resin that's not really made for jewelry that I used to make picture frames, but I don't want to use that for jewelry, but it would work. All right, so all I'm doing is I'm just trimming around it, and basically that's it. Punch your hole. And then put your fish hook clips in it. And that's it. Trim it up wherever you see that it needs it. But these scissors, I'm telling you guys, these scissors are awesome. They're from Magnolia, and they're not expensive, but they are amazing. They're so sharp. I probably use them, like I use them to cut wired ribbon, and I shouldn't, because that will dull them, but they're so cheap, I need to get another pair just to, because they're that good. It's hard to find a good pair of scissors. It is for me. I get packs of them and you think, these are going to be awesome, and then they don't cut anything. These are great. Okay, so that's it. Look how fast that was, y'all. we got those earrings made in no time. So now all you got to do is put your hooks in them and you're done. So how cute is that? Very cute, very cute. Okay, so let's talk about resin. I had a couple of my subscribers on YouTube recommend some UV resin because I normally use the other kind that takes, it's a two-part resin, the glacier resin. And of course you have to let it cure for 24 to 48 hours. And I'm not the most patient person, but I have learned how to use that resin and it turns out really good. So I, with the recommendations that I had from a few people on YouTube, they recommended this Let's Resin UV resin. I bought this on Amazon, so I thought, let's try it and let's give it another try because I didn't have good luck with it first. So I went on YouTube and watched a bunch of videos. I took just an old butter container and put hot water in it, and I set this down in the hot water. And that is to minimize bubbles. And this resin was really thick, so putting it in that water made it easier to work with. And the Let's Resin brand had a UV light. I did not like the light. I think it was too strong. And so I have a light that I bought years and years ago to do nails. It's a UV light that you stick your hand under, and I got that out and that worked so much better. So I think the Let's Resin light was just too strong, maybe. I'm not sure. But I was doing some resin yesterday, practicing. And so I did these earrings. I haven't done anything to them but put the resin on there. So I really liked, I don't see really many bubbles on this one. I think that came out really cute. I was happy with that. It's faster, definitely, because once you stick it under the light, it's done, basically. With the other resin, you know, like I said, you got to wait. So I like the fact that it is instant, basically 2 minutes, whatever. I like that. It's going to take some time to get used to it. I will say that it's a bit different. I did some tests with some molds and I used mica powder. I wasn't crazy about the way that turned out. They went in the trash. There was a lot of bubbles. I did everything I could to minimize the bubbles, but I'm not going to give up because I have another bottle of this. I bought 2 bottles, so I'm still going to use this. I'm still going to keep trying because I do like that it's faster. However, on these earrings that I put scrapbook paper on, just like these, it was a wooden piece, and I put the Mod Podge, let it dry, and then put the scrapbook paper and use the heat press. But when I was using the light, it lifted. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see that. It lifted the scrapbook paper off of the wood piece, but it was cured. So, I mean, there's nothing I can do about that at this point, but throw these in the trash. I was like, what on earth? So I don't know if I had it. I put it in there for 4 minutes. So maybe I should try 3 minutes and see if it does that again, because it did that on this one also. If you can see how it separated. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but it separated it from the wood. I don't know what's making it do that. It was weird. It did it on all of them, basically. But these, I don't really see that many bubbles in them. I think these turned out really good. So I do like that part of it. I think that, you know, it's not bad resin. I just have to be careful with the length of time I leave it under there. I guess I should pull it out in 2 minutes, check it and see if it still needs to cure more. I'll put it back in for another minute and do that. I think I'm going to try that. And yeah, that's what I'm going to try on these. But as far as the bubbles are not that bad on these pieces. I mean, you can't really see any bubbles or anything. I mean, these would have been really cute earrings, but they're going to go in the trash. So I do like the UV resin, but I will probably continue to use the other resin just because I'm used to it. I have it down to, you know, where I can get the pieces done that I like, the outcome. So that's my take on the UV resin versus epoxy. I'll probably still continue to use both. I do like this brand of UV resin. I had tried another brand. Everything was sticky, even no matter how long I put it in there. Usually the stickiness is because it's not cured enough. But I have learned that if you put it in a mold and you use any kind of color, glitter, or anything, you put it in the UV light for 2 minutes, then you flip it, put it in for 2 minutes, or however long it takes. So that I did not do that on one, and I went to pull it out and it was still like wet. And it's because I used that mica powder and the UV couldn't get through it to cure the other side. So I put it back in and flipped it and put it in. It was fine once I got it out, but there were too many bubbles. I didn't like the way the mica powder looked. So I'm still working on mixing this with like colors and things like that. But as far as using it on the scrapbook paper, it did good. I just have to be careful of it separating. And I have a feeling it's because I put it in there too long. Hopefully we're gonna experiment again this week, and I'll let you guys know. But this UV resin is good. Let's Resin is a good brand. It's not like I had tried one I bought. I don't know if it was Michael's or somewhere, but I didn't like it at all. It had a very strong smell. This really doesn't have much of a smell to it. So anywho, that's all I got, you guys. All right, I wanted to read you a little devotion. It's Sunday. It's a beautiful day. We need to praise God because he's so good to us. This past week, I had a job interview, and it's for the same where I'm currently working. It was just a different position. And job interviews, I don't know if they freak y'all out, but I get like freaked out, totally nervous. I mean, I go in there and I'm like blank. So I prayed and prayed and prayed, and I read a devotion out of this devotional here, and I wanted to read it to y'all because it helped me get through that interview. I know God was with me, because had he not been, I probably would have bombed. So, and I think the interview went okay. I don't know if I got the job or not, but I wanted to read it to you guys. This devotions is called Devotions for Every Day of the Year by Sarah Young, and it's called Jesus Calling, and I'm not sure where I bought it. Probably Sam's. They have a lot of these. Sam's Club has a lot of these cute books, but I'm going to read it to y'all real quick, and then we'll be done. I just thought maybe if it helped me, it could help somebody else, so that's what we're here for. All right, it says, rest in the stillness of my presence while I prepare you for this day. Let the radiance of my glory shine upon you as you wait on me in confident trust. Be still and know that I am God. There is both a passive and an active side to trusting me. As you rest in my presence, focusing on me, I quietly build bonds of trust between us. When you respond to the circumstances of your life with the affirmations of trust, you actively participate in this process. I am always with you, so you have no reason to be afraid. Your fear often manifests itself in excessive planning. Your mind is so accustomed to this pattern of thinking that you're only now becoming aware of how pervasive it is and how much it hinders your intimacy with me. Repent of this tendency and resist it whenever you realize you are wandering down this well-worn path. Return to my presence, which always awaits you in the present moment. I accept you back with no condemnation. Psalms 46:10 and Romans 8:1 and 2. So anyway, it helped me get through that tough time. I knew that I needed to pray about it. Anytime that I have something, well, I pray all the time anyways, but especially when you have something going on that, you know, it's weighing on you, go to God in prayer because it helps. So if I can pray for you, let me know. I would love to pray for you guys. And I hope that this helps somebody out there that might need to hear that. And that is it for today's live. I told you it was going to be quick. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Again, if you're local, come see me on Saturday at the Vinton Dogwood Festival and check out all of my goodies and all of the Park Lane. Park Lane is amazing. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great week. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Y'all take care.